Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, Lord Slug is finally in Dokkan. Now, there were actually two different Lord Slugs they introduced into the game. There is the summonable physical one, the extreme physical one, who is actually quite good. I did a video on him. I've since given him some orbs, and in the future I probably will go ahead and 100% him. I think he's good enough of a unit, and you know, I like to have all the different categories kind of like available for use, available to fight. I would say that this is the worst category in the game. Physical Lord Slug is pretty good. The Teq Lord Slug, he's not like the worst ever, right? But the team is a little lacking. So this is the Namekian category, right? So let me go ahead and sort how I usually sort. I go attack and then level. That kind of sorts the box very nice. Now, if we go down to the Namekian category, what's funny is I have all of these categories memorized. It goes to show you guys that I play way too much Dokkan, that I have all of these memorized. This is the Namekian category right here. Just, actually, you know what, just to prove what I was saying. So we'll get back to the Namekian category in a second. Here, let's go, that one right there, that is the Realm of Gods category. Let's go ahead and go, that is the Universal Survival Art category right there. Let's see, this one right there, that is the Revived Warrior category. And then we'll do one more. This is the Pure-Blooded Saiyan category right here. So there you guys go. Play Dokkan all day, every day, and you'll memorize where the category spots are. Now, here's what I have for the Namekian cards. As many of you guys know, I have like nearly every unit in the game. I don't keep like really bad like SRs and stuff though, right? So as of right now, there are 9 units available on this category. So we have Lord Slug, who is the leader. We have the physical Lord Slug, the giant one. That counts as a separate character. We have Piccolo. There obviously are many different Piccolo cards. We are in dire need of a brand new powerful Piccolo. I think it's dumb that like basically the most recent Piccolo we got is, I think it's LR Piccolo, like in terms of just a Piccolo card, but this is the most recent kind of Dokkan Awakening for a Piccolo, right? So there's those 3. Then we have Kami, we have old Demon King Piccolo, and we have young Demon King Piccolo. So that is 6 right there. Then there's also Nail. There is not yet an SSR version of Nail. There will be eventually, and I'm sure Nail could get a good card, but right now Nail is not like, you know, a usable card whatsoever. And then there's also Majunior, which was a strike card. They never turned it into a super strike. That and then the Kabito strike events have just never returned, never gotten super strikes. I wish they would go ahead and do that, but you know, who knows? But his name is actually Majunior. That of course is, you know, when he was at the tournament to fight Goku. And then the last one is Giant Namekian Piccolo. That rounds out the entire category, because obviously like Dende is not a usable character. So what we're left with is this category. Easily, I would say, the worst in the game. They got, like, we badly need a new Piccolo. We need a new Nail. They got to do stuff to improve this category a little bit. It wouldn't be too difficult to say add an LR King Piccolo, I think. He definitely would be worthy of an LR. And then maybe like a Dende support unit, I think, is a smart idea, since it's such a limited category anyway. Now, going over Teq Lord Slug. For a farmable unit, this guy is nice. I do like him. Obviously, category leaders as free units are very cool. So this is Budding Evil Power Slug. His leader skill is the Namekian category, Ki +3, and HP 70%, and then attack and defense are 50%. Now, another Namekian they could add into the game is Old Lord Slug. Only the young Lord Slugs are actually usable. They could easily add an Old Lord Slug, again, maybe as a support type unit or just some sort of, you know, unit that is available to use. I don't know why. Really, I think the farmable one probably should have been the Old Slug. I don't know, but they wanted to make the giant one farmable. Regardless, eventually Old Slug, I'm sure, will be in here. His super attack is the Darkness Twin Star, which does supreme damage to the enemy and lowers defense. His passive skill is Eternal Youth, which is attack and defense 50%, and then he recovers 30% HP when HP is 30% or below. So that's nice. 50% attack and defense for a free card. It's capable. His links are Namekians, Nightmare, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, and Brutal Beatdown. So the Slug cards, of course, are going to link up pretty well. His 12 key multiplier is 135%. And then, of course, he does have the 2 categories. He's done the movie boss category, and then, the category we're going to show up today, the newly formed Namekian category. Now, I don't really have much else to say about this guy. He was actually a card that was already in the game, and they kind of just made him available from the Lord Slug event. If you guys remember, he's still there in the Hero and Villain Extermination event. During one of the stages, you do actually fight a lot of the movie boss characters, and one of them, of course, is Lord Slug there. Wow, okay, so this is a pretty bad rotation in terms of key. That will allow the Physical Slug to super, which is the most important. So, Physical Lord Slug is definitely going to be the strongest unit on this category for us right now. As much as possible, I'm going to want to, ensure that he is getting super attacks. Now, I decided to go to this boss fight right here, or this boss rush stage. This, of course, is the Kaioken Blue Goku event. Now, this is actually going to be like a real fight too. We're not going to absolutely just tear through this because, again, the Namekian category quite weak, I'll say. Because something like Kami, Old King Piccolo, Young King Piccolo, in a vacuum, they're all fine units, right? They're not bad. But here's the thing: these units, I don't deem them worthy units to put potential orbs into and stuff. So I don't have any of these units with any kind of potential system love outside of course, Physical Lord Slug and then LR Piccolo. Those are the only 2 units that I have actively given potential system buffs. And here's another issue, is that a lot of the team might not link very well like this. Now, they are all going to share that Namekian link, which is a 5%, healing link. So that's going to be pretty nice. And then obviously the Lord Slugs, they're going to share stuff like Metamorphosis. So there is going to be a lot of healing going on the team. And then, of course, the leader, the Teq Slug, he actually does heal if your health would fall dangerously low. So, that's all well and good. But see, it doesn't change like this right here. I can't get Slug a super attack in that first slot. So I'm going to have to go ahead and do this so that this Slug can get a super. Demon King Piccolo is actually going to be a very valuable member of the team right here, at least in terms of powering up Lord Slug, though, because obviously he only increases, he's a support type unit, but only a support type unit for extreme type allies, right? So he's not going to be able to buff LR Piccolo, who is, I would say he's probably the best Piccolo unit that is available in the game. Okay, so Physical Lord Slug will be able to put in enough work for me here. This is another reason why, if you guys remember, I rainbowed a unit like Great Ape Turles, and I'm going to rainbow Physical Lord Slug, is just to kind of make sure that all of the categories are at least semi-usable. Look at that damage right there. Lord Slug just crit for 1.3 million on a double 50% lead. Right now the leader skill is 100% that we're working on, and he crit for 1.3 million. Physical Lord Slug is no fucking joke. I don't want people to think that he's a bad unit. He's actually quite good. I'm very impressed, really, with what I've seen from him. Now, I'm actually tempted to kind of run my boy LR Piccolo as a floater here, just, to kind of help out the friend Lord Slug, because the friend Lord Slug actually has some potential system buffs. Right now, there are a lot of Lord Slugs available for me to kind of pick and choose from as leaders, so I can run this category team also, because the Namekian category increases drop rates from the Lord Slug event. But I presume after the Lord Slug event like kind of goes away, or people finish their farming on the Lord Slug event, like this is not a team you're really going to be able to run like ever, because it's so incredibly limited. Like even the Ginyu Force, the free-to-play Ginyu Force teams, I still don't see that as much as I thought I was going to. There is a good amount for sure. Like people do like the idea of this like free-to-play kind of. Okay, that's not a super attack, so we'll have the Teq Slug go first. Damn. Okay, no, that is a super attack. Okay, good. These people don't like to use categories that are incredibly limited. Like that's why I think the pure-blooded Saiyan category team, the Blue Evolution Vegeta team, still one of the most fun teams in the game, just because of the ridiculously high level of units that you can actually rock on the team. Like I just absolutely love how many different units are available for that team. And then look, we just got LR Bardock also slots into the team. So for global players, I would like almost say like, man, I could really like get behind the idea of telling like global players to go ahead and summon on that Blue Evolution Vegeta banner. And the reason for that is because like there's just like you're gonna be able to get pure-blooded Saiyans so easily, right? Like that, like even free-to-play players could easily build a pure-blooded Saiyan team, whereas like a lot of free-to-play players, like you might have trouble building like a Shadow Dragon arc team. Universal Survival arc team is pretty easy to build, a lot of free-to-play units. But even like a Revived Warrior team, maybe there's a little bit of struggle that a free-to-play player might have in building that team. Sure, that team does have like a large roster pool, but that's always kind of an important thing you have to consider, like when summoning for one of these units is, do you have like enough units to build a capable team? Alright, so I think we're probably gonna, I think I'll go ahead and end this video after we get through Kaioken Blue right here. Just the fact that we're still in this event for so long, I think, does adequately show that the Namekian category is probably the worst in the game, especially since the low-class Saiyan category actually did just get LR Bardock. LR Bardock is on the low-class Saiyan team, and, being one of the, 12 best units in the game like LR Bardock is, that does dramatically increase the power of that category, no doubt about it. So we'll go ahead and finish up. Again, here's the category team. Physical Lord Slug, definitely the best unit on the team, I would say without a shadow of a doubt. LR Piccolo is probably in the second slot. And like you have useful units, but the fact that you have to put like we have two different support type units that just don't mesh very well with this team at all, in Kami and then also Demon King Piccolo. And then the Int Demon King Piccolo is a pretty solid unit. He's one of these units that lowers enemy attack. He does it by 25%, which is cool. But like when you have a team with 3 units like that, like it's gonna be a very like weak hitting team. And then none of the Piccolos in the game really hit that hard. Especially LR Piccolo just doesn't seem to really carry much oomph behind his attacks. And even defensively, he's not all that he is cracked out to be. So, alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Namekian category goes down as my vote for worst category in the game. But at the very, well, see, I can't even say it's free-to-play friendly just because of how difficult it is to find, like how difficult it is to field a team, right? Like a lot of, okay, these King Piccolos and stuff, they are free-to-play units, but they're very difficult to obtain from World Tournament summons. Like, the tournament is not easy to get a lot of tickets to summon, so some of these units are not easily obtainable. So, I don't know. I don't really like what they're doing. Give, Nail, like, a really powerful card. Give, Demon King Piccolo an LR, and then we could be on the right track. But, thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all later.